Hi, I'm Julie. Welcome back to Marina Cavalier Puppies. So the babies were born. They're 7 days old now, and wow, what a difference in our home. There's so much noise, as you can hear in the background. They're crying and whimpering. Hi, William. So this is Mia. If you haven't met her, she is my dame. She is a tri 3.5-year-old Cavalier. And this is William, her son from the last litter. He's a tri. And then Rosie here in the background is not part of the litter. She's our puppy who's going to be in the breeding program. She's a Ruby. So let's go back a week ago. So Mia gave birth to 6 beautiful puppies. And we were up most of the night, and that was really exciting. She ended up having 3 girls and 3 boys. 1 girl is a Blemon and 2 tri girls, and the rest are boys. So exciting. So let's talk a little bit about that, and then I'm going to show you some clips that I took during the week. So the most important thing is I want to talk about how we care for the mother and then the babies. But we're going to first watch a couple of little reels so you can see how cute they are. Okay, first one is a boy. Move in. Let's give him green. How about that? Don't worry, Mia, I'm not doing anything mean. Oh, I know, this is distressing, huh? I know, honey, I know. Good girl, Mia. He's fine. He's fine. Should I did it the wrong way. Next one up. Is a little girl. Try. We will give her pink. I did it the wrong way. Come on, hang on, sweetie. Oh, she's fighting me. She's got life in her. She's fighting. She says no. It's all right, baby doll. Okay, she is stop ugly, baby. Mr. Chunky Monkey, the Blemon. Yeah, the boy. Let's make him Mr. Blue. I know, today's a big day for them, huh, Mia? But he's actually really calm. He's not crying nearly as much. He's much more calm. Okay, Mr. Blue. All right, the girl Blummin. Yes, girl Blummin. We're going to make her Miss Yellow. Oh, she just yawned. Big yawn. All right, Sweetie Pie. All right, Miss Yellow. Whoops. 12 and a half. To make him Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown. He's 10 ounces. My little itty bitty one. A tri-girl. Let's make her Miss Purple. Little Miss Purple. I'm gonna say like 5 ounces. 6 and a half. You're bigger than I thought. Miss Purple. We've got one more. Isn't that so sweet? I know, so precious. I love having new puppies in the house. They just make everything feel so warm and cozy and special. All right, so I want to talk to you how to care for your dame after she's had babies. So after she's had babies, that night, just go ahead and make sure she's had water throughout the whole process. And we talked about the whelping calcium. Make sure she gets some of that after she has the puppies as well. And then make sure the babies get onto the nipple so they can nurse. And then just let them rest. And we woke up the next morning. Well, we didn't really sleep much that night because, you know, they can't see and their ears are closed, so they can't hear, so they really have a hard time finding the nipple. If they get even pushed a little bit away from mom, they have a hard time finding the way back. But they get better with that each day. So I kept waking up and readjusting them, and I did set my alarm every 2 hours to make sure that they stayed in the group to stay warm and they were able to nurse. That's super important for them. Especially the first 72 hours is their fragile state. If you were going to lose a puppy, it's going to be in that time period. And that's mostly due because they are not able to get onto a nipple. One of the behavioral changes in Mia right now is she does bark as she hears weird noises she doesn't like. She will bark because she's protecting her little brood. I love you too, Mia. Other thing I've noticed is that the first couple of days she's very, very attached to her babies. She's only going to, oh, I love you too. And she's going to be very attached to her babies, and she will probably only go out for potty for only a minute or two at a time, and then she's going to run. Okay, Mia, go get it. She's being a good mom. Anyway, she will go outside for potty, and she's going to run right back to that litter. And Mia is really funny. If you watch her when she comes back, she counts each puppy to make sure they're all there. Okay, all the puppies are still there. She did that last litter too. So make sure she goes potty. Check for the potty. Make sure that she's able to actually void and defecate. You want to make sure that first 24 hours that they're able to void. You might notice that they're having to go to the bathroom more often. Mia, right now her pelvic floor is not really strong yet. It's going to take a while to get strong, so she has to go out much more often. Otherwise she could have an accident, and she doesn't want to do that. She's a good dog. Her appetite is going to increase. Very important for milk production, you must increase your dog's nutrition. So Mia gets a little snack every time she goes out for potty. She's getting 3 full meals a day, and each day I've increased it by a bite or 2 each time, and now we're at 4 meals. She's getting another one right before bed, and that's because the puppy's nutritional needs are increasing, and the only way to increase milk production is to feed Mia more food. Do not worry, this will not make your dog fat, I promise. And even if they are a little fat, that's okay. You want them a little more plump than you want them underweight. It's very easy. You will see your dog right after birth is incredible. Like their waistline goes right back in. Of course, you know, the breasts have dropped because the milk's coming in, but they like right back to pretty much what they look like before as far as their waistline. So increase that nutrition for milk production, very important. This would be the time also you're going to notice that your day is having discharge. There's going to be a little bit of bloody discharge, and every day this will get smaller and smaller. And she will be able to clean most of that up herself. Do not wash your dog during this time period. The first week, I'm going to wait until week number 2 to give her a bath. And that's because the babies need to be near mommy as much as possible to stay warm and nutrition and thrive. And if her hair was to be wet, then the babies would get cold. We don't want that. So just wipe them down with the charcoal wipes like I've shown you before, and use the hair dryer afterwards. Make sure that first day's really dry to keep the babies warm. Very important. So I noticed at the end of this week, Mia is starting to want to be my pet again. It's really cute. She's missed me. Good girl, yes. Go check on your babies. It's okay. Go. So she does want to come up and hang out with me when they're sleeping. But that only lasts maybe 10-15 minutes, and then she's right back checking on them. Now is not the time period where you want to bring people around because they don't have really a good immune system yet. The only immunity they have is from that colostrum, which is the very first milk they get right after they're born. So if you have to have someone in the house, I would have them wear a mask, wash their hands as much as you can to protect those little babies. I take lots of pictures and show everyone and FaceTime so they can see the babies, but no one's coming over to the house. But after probably I would say week 3, you could safely bring people around that you know. Make sure they wash their hands, of course, if they want to come pick out their puppy. Or you have friends who want to see what they look like. And Mia is starting to become more social, like I said, but she is very protective. So now's not the time to have a big group because that would just irritate your dame. Let's see what else happened this week. They lost their umbilical cords. They dried up and fell off. And they are nursing around the clock. They are sleeping for about 20 minutes, and then they wake up and they nurse, and then they go right back to sleep. This first 2 weeks is mostly sleeping and nursing and just gaining lots of weight. Isn't that right, my sweetheart? Yes. What else can we say to you that would be helpful to you? We talked about nutrition and increasing your dame's caloric intake, keeping the babies warm and dry, checking up on them. The first 72 hours, very important. Are you tired? Yes, motherhood's hard, isn't it? You're doing a very good job. So exciting time. So next week, when I film, the babies should start to be opening up their eyes. They open their eyes between day 14 and day 16. Mia's last litter opened their eyes, I think, on day either 15 or 16. So that'll be fun. And once they open their eyes, they won't be crying nearly as much because they're going to start exploring their world, and they'll be able to find their mother's nipple really easy. Things are going to get a lot easier. It's that first 2 weeks, if you can hang on with the crying and not getting much sleep, you're going to really enjoy breeding. All right, well, that was it for us. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. It's going to help our channel to grow and get this information out to other people who are curious or want to breed puppies. I hope you have yourself a wonderful week, and we will see you next week. Say goodbye, William.